Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Dream Design Podcast. I'm your host, AmyLee Westervelt, and today I have a fantastic guest in a discipline we actually haven't had on the show before. She is a breathwork coach, and if you don't know what that is, stay tuned because she's going to tell us all about it. I will be right back with Arin Kaur right after this. You're listening to the Design Your Dreams podcast with AmyLee, the show that challenges you to stop chasing your dreams and start designing them. Each week, I invite powerhouse creators who have built their dream businesses to come and share their words of wisdom and stories of courage. It is my hope that through the journeys of these incredible dream builders, you too will be inspired to design and build a life and business beyond your wildest dreams. Welcome back, everyone. I am so excited for my guest today, you guys. She is a breathwork coach, but before I bring her on, I would love to know who's watching, where are you watching from, what's going on in your world? Tell us. We've got Sheila joining us from Hawaii. We've got Sheena in Texas. Who else is joining? I would love to see who's here and say hi to you. So without further ado, we have the incredible Arin Kaur here. Welcome, Arin.
Hi.
Hi, so good to have you.
Good to be here, Amy. Thank you.
Absolutely. So tell me, how does someone become a breathwork coach? I feel like that isn't exactly something that shows up in the want ads or, something to study in high school or college. I would love to hear your story.
My story is that I'm a mom of two. And I'm by profession, I was a school teacher. So I've taught elementary school for about 10 years. And when I had my daughter, I did not have any intentions of going back to my job because I wanted to see her grow up. So I took up yoga as a fitness routine initially, just to get back into postpartum, from the postpartum phase. But I kind of connected more with the breath work, the meditation, the pranayama. And that kind of got me hooked. So I started my yoga teacher training there. And then life happened. And this all happened in India. So I'm basically from India. So this happened there. So then life happened and I moved to Canada, all the way across the world and started a new life here. And here I was introduced to Kundalini Yoga, which melted my soul. I cannot even describe the magic of Kundalini Yoga. It has been transformational for me. So then that got me hooked more into breath work, into meditation, because it's very, very specific and prescriptive. So for specific results, I want energy, I do this for 3 minutes, I get my energy. I want to relax, I do this for 3 minutes, I'm relaxed. I'm ready to go to bed. That kind of thing. So that's what I wanted to pursue. Then I had my second baby about 7 months ago, and then I had my hands full. So I was literally not sleeping, looking after my daughter, looking after my son, and the home and everything. And then I started to realize that my life had become so mechanical. Running. There was no me time, nothing. And that's when I actually incorporated my practices over the years into my own life. So I learned how to observe how I'm breathing and how my emotions are affecting my breath, or how if I need to pause, I need to take 3 long deep breaths, then I know how I need to respond to a situation rather than react to it. So I kind of started integrating these tiny habits, breathwork habits, into my own life. And I saw a massive change. So that is when I actually took my passion and launched as a breathwork coach. So my forte is breathwork, but I teach Kundalini Yoga with it. And my breathwork is inspired from Kundalini Yoga because I connect a lot to it, because it just brings instantaneous results and I don't have to do it for an hour. I can fit it into my routine of 3 minutes. So that's my story.
I love that. And I got to tell you, and not that you asked, but my own personal journey with yoga has been kind of a tumultuous one a little bit because And I want to know, I'm going to ask you a question about this, but breathing is so hard. It's so hard to breathe. It feels boring. It feels like it's what's the word, tedious. But yet, the more I study and the more I kind of get into that metaphysical information and being psychic and getting downloads, the more I'm realizing that we are the breath. We're not the body, we're not the brain, we're the breath. And so the part that is me is the part that's so hard for me. And I wondered if you found that was the case with most people, or is that just an AmyLee thing?
No. You won't believe there are 80% of people in this world who don't know how to breathe correctly. Something which is so natural, automatic, and something which is so basic. We're born with it, and we think that, oh, breath work, we can do it anytime. It's so natural. Why do I need to work on it? But if you consciously observe it, 80% of the people breathe in a reverse pattern. So I want you to focus on your breath for a minute, okay? Just put your hand on your belly and inhale and exhale. Let it all out. One more time, inhale. Exhale. So what do you notice? Is your belly coming out on the inhale or going in on the inhale, or is it not moving at all?
When I breathe in, I push my hand out.
Very good. That's the correct way of breathing. But I've had sessions, and even with my own parents.
Oh, yeah.
They breathe incorrectly. When they're inhaling, their belly's coming out. Oh, sorry. When they're exhaling, their belly is coming out.
Yeah.
And when they're inhaling, their belly is going in. So they're reverse breathers. And that's just not correct. This thing that you're doing probably 30,000 times a day, if you're doing it wrong, then there are going to be a lot of problems and consequences to it.
And also, I was reading a study, I don't remember the logistics of it, but that said that, there was a time when we only did 5 breaths a minute. Humans used to breathe 5 times a minute. The thought of breathing 5 times in a minute, I would suffocate to death, right? I can't even fathom that.
So there's a Kundalini yoga teacher, Yogi Bhajan. He used to say that you are if the slower you make your breaths, the longer you live. So you are the number of breaths you take. So if you're taking more breaths, that means you're going to live shorter. If you take long deep breaths, slow down your breathing, your age automatically increases. And the ideal breath is a 1-minute breath, which is 20 seconds of inhale, 20 seconds of retention of the breath inside the body, and 20 seconds of an exhale. So that's the ideal yogic breath.
I don't think I could do that.
It's not impossible. Trust me, it's not impossible. But yes, it takes effort to actually reach to that point, for sure.
I don't even think I can do half of that. I feel like that's just yeah, I'm gasping just thinking about it. But it's so interesting. We don't realize just how powerful breath really is, And then last year I was exposed for the first time to yoga nidra, which, guys, don't tell me that you don't have the energy to do yoga. You literally lay there. It's like sleep yoga, and it's amazing. And there's so many different ways to kind of commune with those other parts of your spirit inside of your body to get your chakras aligned. And here I am telling your story. This is your story. So what do you think? And guys, feel free to ask questions. I know there's lots of folks watching at home. What do you feel is the biggest benefit for someone when they start taking up breath work, or a couple of them if you feel like they kind of are a tie?
So if you use breath work in your day-to-day life, the first thing you would learn is how to navigate through your emotions. Our days are filled with different types of emotions. So if we're waking up on the wrong side of the bed, it's with our whole day is out the window. But if you're waking up on the wrong side of the bed and you take a few seconds just to take the long deep breaths, you feel more centered and grounded, and you can start off fresh. Similarly, if we have an overwhelming to-do list, we're feeling stress and anxiety, then there's a breath work to calm you down there. When you're calmed down there, again, you return to your day with more focus and mental clarity. If you have an important meeting lined up, but your mind is at 10 places and you're not able to focus, again, do a short 2-minute breath work and see instantaneous results. So for me, the biggest benefit is navigating through those daily difficult emotions which we are facing. Apart from that, tons and tons of benefits. It's going to boost your lung capacity. It's going to boost your immune system. It aids your digestive system. And 70% of your body's toxins are released from your breath. So, like, it's the biggest detoxifier. So,
Wow.
yeah, so that's something very, very amazing. And it is very energizing as well. There's a breath work which you can do to get instant energy. If you're waking up with no energy to face the day, to survive through it, do a breath work, get energized, and you don't need your coffee or you don't need sugar high to get through the day. You can definitely.
It's so funny you say that, because my whole family, we're on day 3 of no sugar, which
Amazing.
is impossible. I mean, we're doing it, but it is hard. And the interesting thing is you don't realize how hungry you get just from sugar cravings. Like,
Yes.
I feel like I'm starving all the time, and I'm not, right? Like, I'm having plenty of calories. We're having, all the things. And I'm still drinking coffee because I need that. I'm not drinking it with sugar. But it has been, oh my goodness, like, I've never thought about food so much in my life. Like, I'm just, is it time to eat again? Is it time to eat again? It's
I can tell you.
crazy.
We don't realize that those are addictions for us, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yesterday, my husband and I, we were taking my son to the occupational therapist, and I remember standing in the hallway, and I was like, everything just looks so clear. Like, I was like, I feel really clear-headed, and I was like, oh my goodness, I wonder if this is how addicts feel. And then this little voice in my head was like, you are an addict. You're a sugar addict. And it's the same thing. And don't you dare for 1 second think that it's any different from any other drug. A drug is a drug is a drug.
Absolutely.
And then I was like, oh my goodness. Like, for the first time, because I don't do drugs, but like other drugs. But for the first time, I was like, I understand this. I understand what it's like to have been in this fog of not really being aware of what's going on. And it's funny, I'm sure you'll get a kick out of this. Yesterday, a hummingbird got trapped on our screen porch. And so I went and looked up what the totem is for a hummingbird. Mm-hmm. And it's about mindfulness and being in the moment, all things that I had just commented that I recognized I was able to do because we had eliminated sugar.
Wow, isn't that amazing how the universe gives you signs? Like, I love it. Like, universe has always got your back.
Yes, absolutely. So, because I know everybody out there wants to know, and we're on YouTube and people will watch this later, can you walk us through you said it's only 3 minutes. Can you walk us through a quick breath exercise that we could do together?
Absolutely, for sure. Okay, so this is an exercise I just did in my one-on-one sessions. We were discussing about finding and creating your own joy in that session. So I'll take the breath work we did there. So this breath work is for quick energy and stress release. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be inhaling and exhaling through the nose only. Here's the tricky part. Inhale is going to be in 8 sniffs. It's not going to be one inhale. It's going to be in 8 small sniffs. And exhale is going to be in 1 breath out. Okay, so I'll show how it's going to look. So it's going to look like this. Okay, if accessible, eyes should be closed and rolled up, looking at the third eye. Shoulders relaxed down, face relaxed, unclench your jaw. I will set a timer for 3 minutes. Let's just take a deep inhale once. Let it all out through the mouth. Inhale one more time. Out through the mouth. One last time, inhale. Out through the mouth. I will guide you through the first 3 breaths and then you carry on your own. Okay. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. Exhale through the nose only.
Oh.
Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. Continue at your own pace. Focus on your breath. Do not attach yourself to any thoughts coming and going. Last 50 seconds. All right, deep inhale through the nose. Retain your breath inside your body. Let it all through the mouth. One more time. Inhale. Out through the mouth. All right. How did that feel?
Well, at first it was a little bit, I guess I felt a little bit self-conscious and I was afraid I wasn't doing it right. But then by the end of it, it was like I got into a rhythm. And then I was like, oh, this is so easy. And then I just did it.
Yes, it feels good.
Good. Mm-hmm.
Very good. Good to hear that, Sheena. Calmer and expanded. Amazing.
I love that. Oh my goodness, that was so good. So, do you guys out there have any questions for Arin? Obviously, she's amazing, and I'm sure she can answer any questions that you guys have about her practice. But while you're thinking of those, I have another question for you.
Sure.
When you were creating your business, right, going from being a mom, and I'm a mom too, I have 5 little kids. So when you go from being a mom to then creating a business, what were some of the deal breakers, the things that you were like, my business has to have this, and these are things that I absolutely don't want present in my business?
So for me, the intention of moving from a job to business was the freedom of time. I wanted time to see my kids growing up. I did not want to be out for most of the day and coming home only in the evenings when I'm about to put them to bed. No, I did not want that. I wanted to take them to the soccer practice or pick them up and drop them to school. I wanted that time with them. So that was my main intention. So I wanted that freedom of time so that I can design my business within my own working hours, so that when they're busy at school or daycare or wherever, I am doing my work. If they need me, I'm there and then. So that was most important for me. Apart from that, of course, I wanted them to, when they grow up, I want them to see that your passion can turn into uh, your reality. It doesn't have to just stay as a hobby or a dream. Work towards it. Any and everything is achievable in life, and all you need to do is just have faith in yourself and put in the effort, and you can achieve any dream you want. And I want it to be a living proof of that, because if they see it at home, they're definitely going to follow it. I wanted to break those stereotypes. Okay, dad's going to work, mom's going to work, we're in after school or before school. No, that's not. We're going to live together completely as a family, wholly, being present in every moment. So that's there.
I completely agree with that. And we're the same way with our kids. In fact, when we bought this house, it was kind of very museum-y and, don't let the kids touch this. And I'm like, what are we doing? Like, we have 5 little kids. And so yesterday I actually told my husband, I want to get a pull-out couch for our bedroom. And I want to put it in the corner where we had, the little chair and all this stuff. And I want my kids to be able to come out sleepovers and, like for us to all hang out as a family and watch TV and, or whatever. We watch a lot of Gaia documentaries as a family. But things like that, and it's interesting you say that, your dreams are there. I'll take it one step further and say your dreams are your job. Like, we think that there's this, oh, well, this is my day-to-day life, and then this is the thing I want to do. But the way that the world is designed is that they're supposed to be the same thing.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be doing the thing that lights you up. The universe gives you that incentive that it feels good to do the work it wants you to do. So when it feels good, the universe is like, yeah, I know, because that's what I want you to do. That's the wholeness I need you to provide. And when it feels yucky, it's like, yeah, because I don't want you doing that.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so I love that you agree with that. And I love that that's part of, your process. So that is absolutely amazing. So do you have any, if people want to work with you, if they want to find you, where do they go to do that? Where do they go to get more information about you and your work?
So they can connect with me on Instagram. I have a 6-week program which I've just started. It starts from the basics of breathing, and it will actually give you techniques to use in your everyday life. So you don't need a separate routine for it. Just 3 minutes in your day, whenever you can squeeze them out. So it's designed according to learning how to breathe correctly, what is breath work, and sustainable breathwork practices in your day. So everything is on my Instagram. They can send me a DM and we can get talking.
I love that. And I'm sure that Gina will pop that into the comments below. But if for some reason she's doing something, because sometimes my amazing assistant is all over town. If she's doing something, then you can pop it in after the fact.
Sure.
Everywhere. But yeah, definitely. I think that what you do is absolutely amazing. And I would love to know, do you have any final thoughts or anything else you would like to share with our audience before we wrap up today?
Yeah. So just remember, how you breathe is how you feel. Pay attention to any moment. If you notice that you're breathing short breaths or you're breathing into your chest, then lean into it. Why is that happening? What is the emotion behind it? And then use your breath to navigate through that emotion. And it's going to be easy. Your everyday life is going to be so much simpler.
I love that. I think that's amazing. Yeah, your breath is how you feel. It's your emotion. Wow, that is so powerful. Thank you so much for being here, Arin. It has been a total pleasure. You guys make sure that you get in touch with her. She's awesome. Breathwork is clearly something that we all need, all of us. So here we go. See, she got it. She's amazing. We all need it. So definitely contact her for yourself, or if you're a coach and you have a program and you want to bring her in to come speak to your people, that could be a great thing too. I'm sure that she would be elated to share her stuff with really anybody. And I know we have a lot of coaches that watch this program. So Arin, thank you so much for being here. Oh, I think she froze. Thank you so much for being here, Arin. That will do it this week for the Dream Design podcast. Until next time, when we have another fabulous guest, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be safe, and may you be at peace. Namaste.